Okay, I'm gonna cycle the key off. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Whoa. So, and you can't tell yet. Let's work on the outside for a second here. So, I'll turn my light back on. So look at this. I've gotten underneath of it all cleaned up. Got it all pressure washed out. Oh man, you can even see the dang exhaust hanger. You can see the brass on the CV axle. This thing needs some shocks. If you look up there, they're kind of shot. So, man, you can see like factory marks on here. One thing I noticed about working on this car is most everything in here has been untouched. It's obviously had some breaks, but other than that, I think everything is completely 100% intact. So the fender liners are out right now, by the way. So we'll go a little further. So this is the front. That caliper needs to be cleaned up a little bit more. I'll probably do that later on. I mean, it's going to get some new rotors and calipers. Yeah, I know there's only 3 lugs on it right now, and yeah, it does need some rims. They're coming apart. The finish is coming apart. So I just got the bumper off, so from like where the bumper was covering is still kind of dirty, but I mean, look how clean. It looks awesome. I pulled the fender liners out, got all the leaves out. You know, that right there was just caked up with mud. Looks brand new again. Looking under the hood. So this is what it looks like under here right now. Got the carpet off. This carpet right here was saturated with oil. You can see the residue right here, but so this whole thing right here was just saturated. I got this cowl off right here. It's all good. Tell where the battery is taking a beating on this bracket and all right here. Got some rust on these connectors, but other than that, it looks good. Top of the engine, got a little bit of water right there. I don't know why that won't dry out, but overall though, everything looks good. These cams are cam gears. They already look like crap. So this was all rusty right here, and it mostly came off. Rust was on that. Rust was on this really bad, but it actually looks better now than it did. So you can see it's still a little dirty back there. But it's not terrible. It's way better. way better than it was. I'm thinking about actually now, if the parts car has really low miles, I may just go ahead and swap the engine and trans, because it looks like that this trans has got some kind of leak or something going on. I'm not positive yet. I haven't figured that part out. But yeah, I mean, you can see where there's some orange gasket maker all over the trans on all the mended seams together. So you can see it there too. So I think it's been rebuilt or something. I'm not sure yet. So okay, moving on. Front suspension on the passenger side. Here's your power steering pump and fluid in it, and it's at the min mark right now. That's where you would find that cap. So you take the headlight out. Looks like you take the headlight out to get the cap and put that in there. So you can see there's the compressor right there. Belt looks good. Not dry rotted. Harmonic balancer, and I did verify the engine does turn. You know, I haven't got to hear this thing run yet. I don't know what it sounds like. I don't even know what a 5-cylinder sounds like. I've never had one. So it'd be cool to hear that thing run. Hear this thing run. Here's the passenger side back. Suspension, fuel filler neck. I think that's a vapor canister for the gasoline smell, because every time I come back here I smell gasoline a little bit. Some fumes or something. It all looks good. Let's look at the inside. Gotta get that right there cleaned off. See if I can find some new ones. Nothing in here has been cleaned yet. It's just been gutted I got all the water out, vacuumed all the water out. Then I disassembled everything, and then my daughter vacuumed everything earlier today. So as you can see, everything is empty. So there is nothing left in this car. It's pretty cool. So, light. So yeah, you can see, take you all the way around. So yeah, this thing is jam up. So you can see there's like a little bit of corrosion right here. So I'm gonna get like a plastic flat disc or something, or plastic wheel, plastic wire wheel or something, and knock this loose paint off and some of this corrosion, and then I'll go back with the same color and I'll just give it a good coating, maybe a little etching primer and a little coating, like there's a little bit of rust there, a little bit right there where the seat was. And that, actually, I think that rust just, you know, where the seat has started to rust, and it's just the way it works. So another FOMOCO emblem right there. A little corrosion right here in these two little spots on both sides. There's a little bit right here. Back part looks fine. Oh, the ceiling. I'm gonna clean this rest of this asphalt stuff off, and then there's a little bit of spotted rust up here. Nothing that I think would spread or do anything worse, but definitely I want this thing to be mint when I'm done. Whether it costs more than what it's worth or not, I'm definitely gonna make sure this thing is mint when I'm finished. It's gonna be a nice ride for sure. It's gonna be pretty slick. So yeah, that's what we got going on today. I've been working on this thing probably about 8 hours over the last couple days. Crazy mess in here right now. And I learned some stuff. So this is pretty cool. Alright, why am I going? So as you can see, I've got spark plugs are out in all 5 cylinders. I've got all the coals are out. I actually threw those spark plugs away because they're pieces of crap. Whoever put them in here, they got some crap for spark plugs. So here's the thing, in the car. So that CM right there is actually the one that I pulled out of the 2007 earlier today. Okay. So what I found is everything kind of acted the same way with that. Well, actually, everything worked a whole lot more than with this CM in place. But it just wouldn't start. I couldn't. Every time I'd hit the start button, I mean, just nothing would happen. And my theory was, in my research online, I was trying to figure out what all had to be connected in order for this car to start. I'm pretty sure I ruled out everything except for the CDM, so this guy, and the engine control module. I'm pretty sure those are ignition switch, obviously. I think needs to be connected. But I think everything else, I don't think it matters if it's connected or not, because with my testing, so this thing turns over. I'm so ecstatic right now because this thing actually turns over. I think you got to have this module right here, which is above the glove box. I think that's the keyless entry part of it. I think it's whatever controls the key fob. But man, watch this crap. This is freaking cool. So let's connect the battery up real quick. I don't have a battery box yet. I don't have one. So ABS cycled, electronic throttle body. That's what you're hearing. It's cycled. So I'm gonna go right here. I'll stick on this bucket. here's my start switch. I gotta put my shoe on it so I can actually turn it. Put it in here. And when you put it in, you know, you're supposed to see your gauges, and you should be able to see your mileage and such. But in here, the gauges are no good. This display is no good. I think this is no good. I think this is no good. And this is, I don't know. I mean, parking lights work, but when you turn on the headlights, see the headlights are on and no headlights. So I don't know what that means. So, but this is cool. So I've got some electrical tape on this key. This is the only key that I got with this. So, see, I can press the lights on button, and you know, the brake light's on right now because there's no brake pedal depressing the switch. But as you can see, when I press this switch, the brake light goes out. That means that's working properly. So that's working properly. So when I press this light switch, see, lights go out, lights go on, lights go out, lights go on, lights go out. Okay, so that works perfectly. Okay, then just put the key in. Just like normal, everything's firing up like it should. All the noises happen under the hood like it should. Brake pedal's depressed right now, right? Theoretically, it's virtual. But yeah, so this, that's going to be the accessory. Ignition on. You can hear lots more things are clicking. And then nothing. And you see, what the hell? My headlights just came on. That's really odd. So the sensor must be sensing that it's dark now for some reason now that I unhooked the battery and hooked it back up. So you can see right there, the mirror is dimming automatically and it shows northeast. So, all right, I'm gonna cycle this one more time. Okay, I'm gonna cycle the key off. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. What you think about that? That makes my whole freaking day right there. So I'm going to tell you what the problem was with this thing. And I'll tell you that this car probably got... Somebody tried to fix this thing after they let everything get wet. They tried to replace a faulty relay. Okay? So let me show you what happened. This thing obviously has some fuel in it because the fuel pump is off. But I'm sure there's probably some fuel in the fuel lines, and still probably got some pressure on them, and so there's when the intake valves are opening, it's spilling a little bit of fuel in it, so it kind of reeks of fuel in here right now. I want the cylinders to blow whatever out. I didn't know how long this car's been sitting, so I kind of wanted to let it just kind of do its thing. So yeah, so I'll show you what's up. This just cracks me up all to no end. This is just the stupidest thing. Okay, I kind of had a suspicion of this, but I wasn't for sure. All right, so there's a relay right here. This relay, if you take it out and look at it, okay, you look at the pins in there, and you look at your relay right here. This guy has five pins, okay? So there's 5 pins on this relay. So if I'm gonna go, I'll give you the part number. I'll try to. Maybe I will later. Oh, I need to go to bed. Okay, this says DA. Is this a DA? Yeah. So this is a DA. So 148192. 5 MBT 14 or 14B 192. So 5MBT 14B 192 DA. D is in dog, A is in apple. That's this relay. Okay. So whatever moron tried to replace this relay, okay, put an AA in it. Just stupid. Because it is only 4 pins on this relay. 4 pins. 4 pins. Missing the center pin. And if you look at this one, you gotta have 5 on this relay. Okay, this relay is the bread and butter for everything to do with this car. If you want everything to work on this car, on this Volvo, on the S40 from 2005 to 2011, if you want anything to work, actually probably the 12C30s as well. If you want everything to work, make sure you get the DA relay. If that relay goes bad on the CM, get the DA. Dumbass relay. Get the dumbass relay. That'll solve all your problems. Because, yeah, because that literally solved all the problems that I had with this car. Except for obvious things like the gauges not working. I mean, I don't know. I took all that apart. I could have broke some crap. So, that's on me. But I really think everything is mostly operational in this car. Besides the fact that, oh, well, I did not take the climate control and infotainment system. I did not take that system apart. I'm talking about this piece right here. I can't remember what it's called right now. There's acronyms for every one of these modules. So I didn't take that one apart and it doesn't work. So, excuse me, I'm yawning. Did take this part away, the display that shows the climate control settings and radio and whatnot. I did take it apart. It's pretty heavily corroded. This part right here, the headlight switch, I did not take apart. It seems to work okay. Well, I mean, I couldn't get the headlights to turn on, and now they're turning on after this last battery off and on. So that seems to be okay. Oh, that's my meter telling me to turn it off. Okay, the CD, DVD player, whatever, you can see there's rust, corrosion right on top of it. It's no good. I know it's no good. I hit the eject button on the buttons control right there and it doesn't make a sound. I can unplug it, plug it back in, and nothing happens. So I'm not sure that that's any good. The gauges, I actually did get it to show a check engine earlier today, but it was with the other CEM. So, but it only showed a check engine, like briefly. It would flash for a minute, 4 or 5 times, and then it would just go out blank, and then the rest of the gauges stayed blank, even with the other CEM connected. So that tells me that the cluster itself is no good. Rearview mirror is good. Third brake light is good, except for the bottom of it's all cracked up and brittle and crap. So, yeah, I mean, it's got to be replaced. Believe it or not, one of those bulbs works, one of them doesn't. The rest of it, but it's very, very, very corroded. This is the most corroded piece on the car, okay, and it still works. Not sure about ABS. Obviously, I can't see codes right now. When I get my Vice, the DICE device, when I get that device in, hopefully later this week or early next week, I'll obviously go connect my laptop up to it. Oh gosh, I'll connect my laptop up to it, see what else is not working. But as of right now, I may just leave this crap just like this until I get that in, and then I can test all the modules. I can test all the modules. I can upload Polestar software to my CEM and my engine control module, and get about another 10 horsepower just by the Polestar software. So I'll buy that and put that on here. It's a T5 all-wheel drive, so you can do that. You just gotta take your S40 by the dealer, let them do that. So got the sunroof in here. I haven't cleaned it up yet. Fuel pump module chilling in here for now. You can see it's still all completely empty. I haven't done anything else since I really got it cleaned up. I was looking for, researching, trying to find the firewall blanket that goes over that. So I tore that piece out, and it's obviously no good. So, but today at Copart, I found, lucky me, they have that 2007. And that's where I got that CEM from for $31. So the cool part about that is it has a perfect hood and a perfect passenger side fender, okay, which are completely exchangeable from the 07 to this 09, okay. There was a facelift in 2008, I think. I think 2008 was the first year of what this car looks like right now. It's a different, so basically what it is, it's a different bumper, front and rear, and different headlights. That was basically all the facelift included. The rear deck, the rear trunk lid. So if you look at the back of it, they added in 2008, they spread out the Volvo logo. It was closer together in the middle, and now it's spread out. So that's exactly how that works. Oh, and then today, this afternoon, I learned that in 2010, they changed the front grille to the larger diameter Volvo logo. So yeah, so either tomorrow or Friday, I'm actually just going to go ahead. I really wanted to save the hood and save the fender because they're the original for this car. But I can't pass up that pull apart deal for the hood and the fender, for $50. And then also this right here, whoever did all this stupid stuff, I really got to pee. They messed this up. It also has a good fuel door. It also has the switch right here. I just need to get some dent repair for this. Already got to have them fix this dent anyways. So, car needs a good polish. There's a little dent right here. I'll try to get them to fix that. Paintless dent repair. There's a little peck dent right here. I was looking at the workshop manual on Vita the other day, and yes, that does qualify for paintless dent repair. So I'll try to get that done. Haven't verified if the puddle lamps work yet. I'm gonna check that. But yeah,